Good evening and welcome. I'm Burnice, and I'll be serving you today. What can I get for you? A drink? Some snacks? Oh, a little flames!
Being parasocially in love with this bundle of joy, I hate to admit it, but reading all of Burnice's kit left me a bit confused. But after trying her out for a while, I figured her playstyle is rather straightforward. Let's dive in. Being our first fire anomaly type character with an off-field damaging mechanic, she opens up a lot of doors for all kinds of teams to be built around. Her core skill has a lot of functions, but mainly boils down to entering her enhanced state, called Nitro Fuel Cocktail state, and applying the Scorch status upon enemies. More to that later during the combat section. To activate her passive ability, pair her up with any of the Sons of Kaladin characters or any other anomaly character. This increases her fire anomaly build-up rate, while also letting enemies stay longer in the burn state. Her core enhancements increase her energy regen, and as usual, her basic attack. The most important abilities to level up would be her EX skill, followed by her ult and basic attack, and lastly dodge and assist. Regarding her drive discs, it's safe to say that the 4-piece Chaos Jazz makes the most sense, increasing her anomaly proficiency as well as adding some extra fire damage. It even buffs her furthermore when she switches off-field. For the 2-piece set, probably the Freedom Blues will be the best for some extra anomaly proficiency. On the other hand, if you happen to have specific substat roles providing her with more anomaly proficiency, maybe giving her more attack or even some extra fire damage might be good ideas too. In case you feel troubled by her energy management, there's also an argument for the 2-piece Swing Jazz set providing her with more energy regen. For main stats, I personally recommend Anomaly Proficiency, Fire Damage Up, and lastly Anomaly Mastery. There might be an argument for attack percentage discs though, in case you can't hit these recommended stat values for her. Her build will also be greatly dependent on which W engine you ultimately use on her, as well as what team you're gonna be using her in. Her signature engine makes building her the easiest, as it provides a ton of attack while also increasing her energy regen so that you can just focus on obtaining more anomaly proficiency. Same goes for any of the other S-rank W engines. Looking at the A-rank engines though, the best one would be the Battle Pass engine, providing her with extra AP and attack, followed by Piper's signature, which also gives her a lot of attack and rewards spamming her EX skill. If you don't have any of those, use one of the craftables. When it comes to team building, it really boils down to who you have. My own preference would be pairing Burnice up with any other anomaly character like Piper, Jane Doe, or Grace, and then any suitable support. For Piper and Jane, it would be Lucy or Seth, or maybe even a triple S-rank team with Caesar, while for Grace it would either be Seth or Reyna. But even without another anomaly character, Burnice can stand her ground by being a solo DPS too, enjoying supporters like Coleda and Lucy for a pure fire team, or she can even act as a support herself for a team built around Soldier 11. When combat begins, Burnice starts off already in her enhanced state and a filled up heat bar, allowing her to immediately use her enhanced basic attack by holding down the attack button, which consumes around 1/4 of her heat bar. You recover heat by using her EX skill, which has two forms, one-handed and two-handed. During the one-handed EX skill, she can tank weaker enemy attacks or even dodge simply by pressing left or right while holding the skill. However, pressing the EX button one more time makes her use the two-handed skill, which can interrupt enemy attacks. This also increases her energy consumption, making you regain heat more quickly and dealing more fire damage. Best thing is, after using her enhanced basic, she can immediately use the two-handed EX skill, which to top things off barely requires energy at all, allowing you to spam her enhanced basic and enhanced EX back and forth. Lastly, Burnice has a special mechanic with her ult. Not only does it make her recover 50% of her heat, it also comes with a quick assist function, enabling you to swap to the next character, lengthening the duration of her ult on top. Using any of her stronger attacks while in her Nitro Fuel Cocktail state will cause enemies to end up being scorched, visualized by a flame around the enemy. Now, when other teammates than Burnice attack scorched enemies, it will proc extra fire damage off Burnice. This even builds up fire anomaly and can cause crits, making crit substats not totally useless on her, but it also consumes additional heat, so beware. When fighting, I like to start off with her enhanced basic attack into her two-handed EX skill, and then simply swapping to the next character, making use of the Scorch state. Now, it's my goal to apply the next anomaly effect with Jane Doe and getting buffs from Lucy, making me end up back with Burnice on field. From there on out, it's just rinse and repeat while trying to cause anomalies back and forth to spam disorder damage. One additional thing to note would be regarding Burnice's ult. I usually choose my other anomaly character while mainly ulting with Burnice once her heat bar as well as her energy bar appear to be low. If you like this simplified guide, feel free to leave a sub and maybe a like. Please consider also leaving a comment for further questions or other suggestions which character to make a guide of next. Best would be to hop onto my stream, catching me live for an even more fun exchange. Till then, see ya!